congestion with Vicks Sinex Saline Nasal Mist. For drug-free relief that works fast.
See, Diane,
Vicks Sinex instantly
the
clears
problem
out
is
day congestion. At Chewy, we know it's
that I think
important to feel good inside out.
that the real problem is, Diane,
Save on their favorite shampoos, grocery tools, and Chewy's got it all delivered right to your door. Save 30% on your first
the problem is that I think that you might not know what it is that you're talking about. Let me turn this TV down.
There's an easier way. Try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Just wet, squeeze, and erase tough messes like bathtub soap scum.
The problem is, I think you might not know what you're talking about. Right? I don't think you talked about. And you know what? Making a phone call isn't illegal. And I'll make those phone calls. I'll call who I want. What I'm not going to do is dox an innocent person. That's what I'm not going to do. And what I'm not going to do, look, you didn't give all your money to St. Jude's, but you're suggesting everybody give their money to St. Jude's, right? Look, I'm not worried about being monetized. As a matter of fact, Molly and Laura can vouch for that. Because I was on YouTube for 11 years with the ability to monetize. And the only reason, because I was doing true crime, and I was very successful at true crime. You know, my most views got 500,000. I got 500,000. But anyways, the reason that I turned my monetized, Brian loves to be monetized. He just loves to be monetized. The reason that I turned on my monetization is because when Molly and Laura were together, if you remember their lives, they could vouch for this. They were both going, yeah, that's why you're not monetized. You've been on here for 11 years. And I said, I just haven't turned it on. I never turned it on. Right? Because I didn't want to be making money off of, because I was reporting true crime. I don't want to be making money off of other people's tragedies. But they were both up there on the panel, on Laura's panel one time. They're going, yeah, that's why you're not monetized, and blah, 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 blah. So the next day I turned it on. But it sat there like that. I had been eligible. I had my watch hours, and I had. The only reason I turned it on is because they mocked me on it. Brian loves to be monetized. And look, nobody is claiming to be a hero here. The true crime, the investigative stuff that I did came through making phone calls and reaching out to, that's why in the one case I was able to get a hold of jurors. I was able to get information that the mainstream media didn't get because I reach out and make them phone calls. But I don't think you had to talk with Bob. Because if you would have, he may have told you some other things. Because you don't know who we talked to yet. You don't know. We sit on things too, like you do. But me calling Bob to tell him what his wife was doing, nothing illegal about that. And if you would listen to the call, I said, look, if you don't call me back, I won't call you back. I'll call whoever I want. I've never seen anybody go to jail for making a phone call. Now, if we're calling and making, threatening phone calls, or you do this and you do that type of phone calls, that's different. But calling to ask questions, absolutely not. We'll call who we want. I think you're nervous. Because you've misled people. Okay? So I don't claim to be any type of hero or anything like that. And you said, oh, that Shonda girl. Oh, you don't even know. Well, tell us. Tell us, Diane. You're on there consistently asking people for proof of stuff when you make allegations and you don't add any proof. And I like how you say, oh, I know somebody called you poopy pants. What was that, 2 years ago? Where is that guy? Whatever happened to him? That's not why, I went on for 2 years past that. That's what happens. You get called names on here like a scammer and Dirty Diana and double dot deflection Diane. You get called names on here. It happens, It seems like you're a little bit angry. And then you said, you made Mark from St. Take it easy. Have a good one. You made Mark from St. Jude's sound stupid. Well, I wasn't telling Mark what to say. He was saying that himself. So if you think that he is stupid, then that's on you. I didn't tell him to say anything. And, you know, you keep saying that you're being harassed and all that, and, you know, I don't think so. What you did was in your live, you told Molly to take a link, but she's blocked. Right? So she can't, she might be able to take that link, but she called you. And now I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't get it. I don't understand what your issue is. Then you have your buddy, TNT, putting that website out that she already admitted. She already admitted that it was all fake and all made up. That came out of her own mouth, and hundreds of people saw it. Except for maybe a little argument between me and my sister when our mother passed away and my son, you know, got arrested. Yeah, the whole family was in the uproar over that. But that's personal family business, and that stuff happens when people die and stuff like that. But the rest of that stuff is made up. That's why it gets no hits. Right? We know that because your buddy, the doxer, the fake scammer, you know, the fake swatter, and the scammer with the Christmas list. It's funny that you have her speaking out for you now. And she gets a wrench. Ding! Your bulldog needs a wrench, right? But here's what I want to tell you. I will call who I want to call. And I would be very humble and very happy if you prove to us that you sent all that money to St. Jude's, as you said. You've already said you haven't. I would be grateful for you to squash that theory down to nothing. I would be happy for that. That's what I want. I want the kids to get what they're supposed to get. And you didn't hear me say I'm building my channel off of this. No. What I do is I put out videos, and if people like them, they watch them and they subscribe to that. I'm not using the St. Jude's tragedy as a way to build my channel, but the content that I'm putting out, people seem to like, and they're subbing to it, and that's fine with me. Just like in my true crime, you know, when I draw 5,200, and I have one of my Chris Watts videos overnight, 176,000 views overnight. So I like to get to the bottom of true crime. Then you tell people to stop making phone calls, and you threaten to call the Attorney General and stuff like that. I'm not harassing you. I'm not digging up people that I think is you and putting it out there. I'm not doing that because I like to deal in facts. And getting a hold of Shonda, basically what she said is hearsay, and people were saying that she was you. And the fact is that she's not. But she knows you, and she knows your persona. You also said that
You sound like an idiot. You sound like an idiot, Brian. You sound like an idiot. Bob doesn't have a heart problem.
I think you seem to forget the text that you send to people. But, you know, that'll be going up soon, too. You know, the text where he said he was well on the road to recovery. And I think you forget about lives that you talked about, too. You take them down, but they're there. So nobody has a vendetta against you. People have a vendetta against your behavior. And by trying to, instead of just clearing up the situation, you make threats like,
We'll see what kind of hero he is, Brian. We'll see what kind of hero he is.
I'm not trying to be a hero here. I just put out content if people like it. If people agree with it. If it's factual and I'm not throwing shade. I'm not being insultive as you were. You know, I think it's kind of funny when you call another female on here a bitch and then they call your phone and you don't want to answer it. That's what you did in that live too. You took that live down. But here, in all honesty, with all humbleness, I really hope that you prove that you gave all that money to St. Jude and make us all look foolish because, you know, by making us all look foolish, it proves that those children got what they needed, which is the money, and I'm good with that. I feel good about that. I'm okay. My name is Stuart Smalley, and I'm good. But I will call who I want to. I will dig where I want to. Public information, just like you make calls to investigate Molly Golightly over $9. We know more than what you think we know. I don't think you talked to Bob.
You're kidding. I can't believe how great.
Because if you talked to Bob, he would have had way more to tell you than just that he got a phone call. That's a fact. And why are you, if you know, are you saying that if I call Bob again, you're calling the police? Well, I haven't heard Bob tell me to stop calling. Well, are you putting a cease and desist? You know that a cease and desist, it's a business term. A cease and desist is in case someone's hurting your business. It's all done in business terms. So I don't know who you think you are. Your arrogance is disconcerting and detrimental to the way that you are being looked at. I pray to God that you show us that we were wrong about you scamming. You can do that, but you won't be able to show us wrong about you lying about who you were, who you are. No one has called your family. I haven't called your family. Even when I called Bob, I wasn't calling your family, and you know that. You know that, and I know that, and some other people know that. But we're waiting patiently. We're waiting patiently, Diane. Do you remember when Brian came on here and was upset that somebody called his job? Of course I was. Wouldn't you be? You're the one that goes on and on and on about how doxing is dangerous and job calling is wrong and stuff like that, and then you make a joke about it. I didn't cry to any women, and those women did not try to help me. I was in that Discord for your benefit and for Randy's benefit, and I know this now. Trust me. I still talk to people. See, I know more than what you think. Okay, Diane? I know more than what you think. Have you lost your driver's license? Have you lost that? Is it missing from a couple years ago? Have you lost it? But I know way more than what you think, and I'm not out to bury you. I'm holding you accountable for your behavior, just like you've done for 3 years on your channel. I'm not interested in monetizing. I'm not interested in that at this point. If I go back to true crime and put out some better content, something maybe. But you're worried about me being monetized while you're paying your internet bill and everything else with your monetization. What, can you not afford your own internet bill and you need your subs to do that? You need to put back into your channel off of them? Who wouldn't want money? Who wouldn't? Is that why you send gifts out? But no, I'm not interested in being monetized. Okay? So, just so you understand this perfectly clear, I will call who I want to. And you can call the, hello, police. Yeah, BryanSt.John, he's calling people on the phone, and I want you guys to go out there and shoot him because he's calling people. And if you, and by the way, police, if you give me $100, I'll give $2.02 to St. Jude's. Thanks. Really? He's calling people. Can you guys take away his phone privileges from him? He's calling people. Trick no good, Diane. You will not intimidate me. And I'm not trying to intimidate you. But you sound like a cornered dog and you're a little bit scared right now. Ring, 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 banana phone. Mr. Telephone Man. I'll call who I want to. Okay? Dirty Diana. Liana. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.